Hello, I'm going to show you how my system works in order to sync orders from a shopping cart into Recon. Okay, so I got a brand new account here. First of all, we need to set up a store. In this case, it will be WooCommerce. I have a setting, a test WooCommerce store here. So what we need to do first is to come in WooCommerce admin, go to WooCommerce settings, and click on Advanced and REST API, and here we need to add a new key. You can name anything just to for you to remember. So the integration, the user will use it to be admin, permission will be read and write, generic key. For this, you need to copy and store it somewhere because you can only see it once. If you lost the information, you have to go in here and create a new pair key. Okay, so now we're done with this information. I need to copy the URL here, which is woocommerce.autosync.com.au. Go back to the application. We can name the store if you have more than one store. So test store, paste here the URL, and we need to copy this in here as well. And then we copy the API key and the API secret, test connection. So if I enter everything correctly, then it will be successfully connected. So now we can create a store. Yep, so we're done with setting up a store here. We can go to accounting to connect to an accounting software that we use. For now, we only have two, Recon hosted and Recon One. In the future, there'll be a lot more. So click on that to connect. Because I already logged into my Recon, so and I already grant the permission, so you don't see any login. But maybe I can do that. Let me try to log out from my Recon. Okay, and go back here again. It's already here, so American is 2020, so you need to select this, Australia or New Zealand, and to connect to the company file, there's some condition. First, you need to switch the company to multi-user mode, and you have to have one more user in here. So I need to switch back to single user mode first. Then I need to go in customer, company, user, and set up user and role. So I already have a user here named integrator with full access. So what you need to do when you first set up the connection, you need to add one user. You can name anything, and this one shouldn't be used by any user any given time. And you can set up a password and choose full access, and then you can add a new user here. So once I add the user, I can switch back to multi-user mode. So your company is ready to connect. Now I need to see what is the path of my company. So it is q no password.qbw. So you have to go in here, type in exactly what it is from Recon, and here's the integrator user. In this case, I don't have any password, so I leave it blank. I can hit the test connection button. Successfully connected, so I only need to save and we're ready to go. Okay, so I can go back to home and load some order just to make sure I can connect everything. So because it is my test site, it only have a few old orders from April. Yep. So you can see that it load up all the order here showing the status, and none of them has been imported yet. Okay, so it's working so far. I need to go back to accounting to do some settings. So we go to accounting, choose preferences, a window will pop up. So the last sync date will be like whenever you want to sync the application, like any data from backend to the website, you need to change it. But most of the time we don't need to care about this one. And then how do we want to import into Reckon? Is this going to be invoice, sales order, estimate, or sales receipt? Let's choose invoice for this one. And what is the default invoice template? So let me go here. I have invoice and I have that template, so I can choose custom invoice. What item you want to use for shipping? Like if you have shipping items, so I can go here. I have a shipping item here, so I can tap in here. If you have any discount, then type in the item of the reckon that will hold the discount. If not, then you don't have to enter anything. I have one, so I can be discount. Yep. Sale rep. I don't want any sale rep, any term, so I leave it blank. Adjustment item. It is for like for some reason when we import into reckon, the tax calculation provide an amount with 1 or 2 cents off, and you don't want to lose that information. We input in the adjustment item that contains the difference. But in the demo purposes, I just leave it blank. What is the name of the tax code and non-tax code that you use? Invoice ref, it will be like online order number, or it will be auto-generated by Reckon. I will choose this, and then a prefix. Let's say it can be the test. So we didn't start this test, and then the order will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay. Now go to customer. The application can automatically create a new customer, and it is a format of the new customer. It can be like first name, last name, or last name, first name, or you can use company name. Or if you don't want to create a new customer for all the order from Woo, you can just select a generic customer and type in the name of the customer in Reckon that you have. For example, like if you have a web sale customer, and all the order can go to web sale, so we can go here and choose that. So if we cannot find any customer, even use web sale. And how to find the customer in Reckon? Can be company name or any field match. I will leave company name, customer name for now. Let's go to item setting. Because you have items from Woo and item in Reckon. If we cannot find, how do you want to do? Throw an error, or allow user to map, or again use a generic item. I would prefer the option to map. In this case, like you have the same item in here, but just a little bit different in the name, then you can match them up. Okay, so I click update. Now I can go back here and do a search again from April. There'll be no traction from June because I don't have any. Give it some time because it didn't getting orders from WooCommerce and then also checking connection in Reckon. So let's go from here. So you know that I choose to use generic customer web sale. At the moment, there's no order in here. I better choose this one as O. So no order in here, no invoice in here. Okay, all of them in here. Yeah, I can select one, two of them, and right after you check any orders, you have an option to upload record. You can click here or click here. So upload, and you see that because my record don't have this item with this SKU number, so it give me an option to map. So I can map, okay, this one will be go to this one can be go to this one. So it is one-time mapping process. Later on, if you want to change the mapping, you can go to the accounting preferences and delete the mapping. I can show you later, but yeah, for now just click on update, and then you're creating transaction in Recon. Okay, so both of them are imported successfully. Let me go back to Recon web sales. You can see two invoice here with the prefix and the order number. So you bring in the item names that I map. This one had a shipping charge, so it uses the shipping items that I use. There's a tax here. So this one is free of charge, like free tax. So then the invoice is coming through. It also use address. Let's set up the address for the web sale, for the invoice, billing and shipping address. This one don't have the shipping address section here because of the template, but you can see that it uses a custom invoice that I select earlier, the date and everything. Yeah, so pretty much it is what I have at the moment. So let me go back here. You can see the item mapping, the two items that we mapped earlier. You can delete it or you can change to a different one. Like later on you create a new item in Recon, you can go back here and choose the correct item. Okay, now let me go here, and I decide not to use web sales. I'll use last and first name, match with customer name, and go back here, do a search again. So keep in mind that this application also provide a way for you to auto sync, and also to ability to update quantity from Recon back to WooCommerce. So any transaction that you okay, so it show up these two transactions are imported, and I need to select a bigger date range. So by default, we will sort the order by the latest first, and go ahead and import this one. So the customer name is high time, because I changed the preferences to add a new customer if it cannot find one, so it should be high time after I import it. And because this one has the item that we mapped before, so it's imported. Let's see here, and let me look for the customer. Yep, so that the customer high time. You bring in the address, email and phone number, and the invoice will be here. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the demo. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.